Most students think the way to get ahead during finals is to sleep less, stay up later, wake up earlier, just push through. But if you look closely at the students who actually perform well, they're doing the opposite. They're sleeping more. That sounds wrong at first, right? Because finals week feels like a race against time. There's too much to cover, not enough hours, and this quiet pressure that if you slow down, you'll fall behind. I've been there, sitting at a desk at 2:30 a.m., rereading the same page, telling myself just one more chapter. But nothing sticks, and deep down, you know it's not really working. Still, it feels productive. That's the trap. Most people confuse time spent with actual progress. Now, here's the part people don't talk about enough. Your brain doesn't really lock in what you study while you're studying. It organizes and stores that information later, when you're asleep. Think about that for a second. You could spend 5 extra hours cramming at night, but if you cut your sleep, your brain never gets the chance to process it properly. So the next morning, everything feels fuzzy. You recognize the material, but you can't fully recall it. It's like knowing you've seen the answer before, but not being able to reach it. Honestly, that's one of the most frustrating feelings during an exam. And it's avoidable, because during deep sleep, your brain is literally sorting through everything you learned that day. It decides what to keep, what to connect, and what to strengthen. And during REM sleep, something even more interesting happens. Your brain starts linking ideas together. That's where those, "oh wait, this makes sense now" moments come from.
Not from forcing it at midnight, but from stepping away and letting your brain do its job. Let that sink in. So when you skip sleep to study more, you're actually interrupting the most important part of learning. Now, here's where things shift a bit. Most students treat sleep like it's optional, something you sacrifice when things get serious. But high-performing students treat it differently. They see it as part of the work, not a break from it. And that small shift changes everything. Because when you're well-rested, your thinking is clearer. You read faster, you make fewer careless mistakes, and maybe, most importantly, you stay calm. That matters more than people realize. Finals aren't just about what you know, they're about how well you can use what you know under pressure. And if you've ever walked into an exam after barely sleeping, you know the feeling. Your eyes are heavy, your mind feels slow. Even simple questions take longer than they should. It's not a knowledge problem, it's a state problem. Now compare that to a day when you've slept properly. You're not rushed. You can actually think. You can connect ideas instead of forcing them. That's the real advantage. It's not about being perfect. It's about giving yourself a fair chance to perform at your actual level. And sleep does that. Here's something that surprised me when I first started paying attention to this. After a certain point, studying longer doesn't help. It starts to hurt. There's a limit to how much your brain can absorb in one stretch. After that, you're just going through the motions, reading but not understanding, highlighting but not remembering. That's the point most people push past, and it's usually late at night. But instead of recognizing that limit and stepping away, they double down. Because it feels like quitting if you stop, but it's not quitting, it's adjusting. And honestly, that's a much smarter move. Because when you stop at the right time and get proper rest, you come back sharper. You cover more in less time, and it actually sticks. Now, here's a simple way to think about it. Instead of trying to fit sleep around your study schedule, try flipping it. Start by protecting your sleep first, not perfectly, just consistently. Give yourself enough time to rest properly, then build your study blocks around that. It sounds small, but it changes your rhythm. You stop chasing time and start using it better. Also, notice how your body feels. If you're rereading the same line 3 times, that's a signal. If your focus keeps drifting, that's a signal. Most people ignore those, but those signals are telling you something important. You're done for now. And pushing past that point usually doesn't help. It just adds stress. So instead of forcing another hour, step away, rest, reset. Come back later with a clearer mind. That's how you build consistency without burning out. And over time, that matters more than one long night. Here's the quiet truth.
The students who perform well during finals aren't always the ones studying the longest. They're the ones who manage their energy better. They know when to push.
And when to stop. They don't treat exhaustion like a badge of honor. They treat it like feedback, and they adjust. That's a different mindset, and it's a healthier one too. So if you're heading into finals, or even just a busy week, try this. Instead of asking, how much more can I study tonight? Ask, will this actually help me tomorrow? That one question can shift your decision, and over time, those small shifts add up. You don't need to do everything perfectly, just a little more awareness, a little more balance, and a bit more trust in how your brain actually works. If this made you pause and rethink how you approach studying, even a little, that's a good start. If you know someone who's probably up late right now trying to push through, share this with them. Sometimes hearing this at the right moment really helps. And if you found this useful, you can leave a like. It helps more people find calm, practical ideas like this. I'd also be curious, what's your usual approach during finals? Do you push through late nights, or have you tried something different? You can share that in the comments. And if you want more simple, realistic ways to study without burning out, you can subscribe. No pressure, just small shifts over time.